This is President Trump. Smash the like button if you agree that Tony Khan was never that good of a booker since 2019.
I've been waiting to make this video for a very, very long time. For the past maybe 5 years. Ever since All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling became a thing, I always wanted to make this video. What is the difference between 2019 versus 2024 when it comes to All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling and their shows and their booking? Let's talk about the fact that Con Man is a multi-time Booker of the Year. How dumb do you look now? Here is my point. Con Man has been the same Booker since 2019. So stop saying, oh man, Con Man, he fell off. This company has fell off. No, nigga. This company has been the same since 2019. That is a fact. It's just you suffered from Vince McMahon hatred derangement syndrome. Just like how you suffer from Donald Trump hatred syndrome. Hence why you voted for Joe Biden, the worst president of all time. That's why you voted for Joe Biden. You did not like the Donald, right? You did not like Donald Trump for whatever reason. That did not age well, now did it? Joe Biden is the worst president of all time. He was always bad. You was just blind with your Donald Trump hatred. And that is facts on facts. You have been exposed as nothing more than a Vince McMahon hater. Derangement syndrome. You thought that Con Man was better than Vince McMahon. You thought he was better than Triple H as a booker. No. You just did not like the World Wrestling Federation. You did not like Vince McMahon. You did not like Bruce Pritchard. I call it blind loyalty. I call it a cult. Yes, All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling, their fan base is very, very cult-like. In terms of, you know this show is bad, but you don't want to admit it. Because you want to feel like Vince McMahon had competition. So you were lying to yourself. You were faking the funk. You knew Tony Con Man was bad. Let me call your bluff. On what planet is Dynamite this year better than the 2019 Dynamite? No. 2019, 2024, there's no difference. It's the same show, the same product. 25-minute matches that don't mean shit. Awful booking that don't make fucking sense. All these stop and start pushes of Wardlow, Danny Garcia, Hook, etc. Sammy G. Where's Sammy G? What is up with these stop and start pushes? This has been going on for the past 5 years, since 2019, but you ignored it because of your hatred for Vince McMahon, and now you have been exposed as nothing more than a fake AEW hater. That's what you are. You are nothing more than a fake All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling hater. You never liked this company. You were lying to yourself. Tony Con Man has been a shit booker since 2019. Awful pay-per-views that last too long. Okay, what has changed? What has changed? Con Man, he still books 4-hour pay-per-views for the past 5 years. So how has Con Man fell off? How come you are saying these shows are bad? How? These shows were always bad. Nothing has changed with Tony Khan. He books like a smart mark fanboy. So what has changed since 2019? Nothing. The fuck? Nothing has changed with this company. So I'm gonna say it one more time. 2019 versus 2024 of All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling, there's no difference. CM Junk, he tried to warn you that Con Man don't know what the fuck he's doing. And that was what, maybe 2 years ago when CM Junk was in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling? He said he had an awful experience in this company. Was Dynamite better in 2019? No. There was still blood. There was still pointless blood. There was still 25-minute matches. There was still tons of pointless work rate. There was still tons of flips, dives, and kicks. So zero has changed with this company. It's the same quality of matches. The fact that Tony Khan, man, he dropped the ball on the Devil storyline. I'm like, man, how dare you? That was a pretty decent storyline, but Khan, man, dropped the ball. And now, for some strange reason, he turned Adam Coleslaw into a good guy. The same guy that turned on Max. So now Max is a heel now. So what was the point of the Devil angle if you was going to turn Adam Coleslaw into a good guy? I'm like, what the fuck? Back then, the crowd loved Max. So why would you turn Max back into a heel if it was Adam Coleslaw who turned on him? That makes no sense. Like I said, Jack Perry was the perfect choice to become the Devil. This company has been on a huge decline for the past, maybe 3 years, ever since Cody Rhodes left. But you were lying to yourself. You hated Vince McMahon so much, you was in denial. You knew these shows were fucking bad. Okay, let's check. Let's do a fact check. Has Khan Man booked the TNT Championship better since Cody Rhodes left? No, that belt is a fucking joke. What has he done with Sasha Banks as the TBS Women's Heavyweight Champion? Sasha Banks has done nothing but bring down sexy ass Camille. And now I think Camille might get buried. Because even Camille said she did not like how she was booked with Sasha Banks. Well, we all know Con Man don't like it when you talk shit about his booking if you are on the roster. So RIP to Camille's push. I think Camille will be buried for those comments. Sasha Banks has been exposed as an overrated fake pro wrestler by Tony Khan Man's booking. That woman is awful. So let's move on to how Tony Khan Man books his world champions. Hell, you can make the argument that Isaiah Swerve Scott is the worst all elite fake pro wrestling world champion of all time. And that is thanks to Tony Khan Man. Isaiah Swerve Scott was a mid-card guy as the world champion. He was booked like a mid-carder. He rarely main evented his own show. Dude, he was having matches in the mid-card as a world champion. He was wrestling Nick Wayne. He was having competitive matches with Nick fucking Wayne. So how the hell can you say that Isaiah Swerve Scott was a great world champion? Tony Khan booked Isaiah Swerve Scott as a mid-card guy, as the world champion. I can't believe that Swerve, he dropped the belt to Daniel Bryan, his last match. That did not age well, now did it? Because Swerve has not recovered ever since. I can't believe that Daniel Bryan made Swerve tap out. Now, let's talk about MJF. Let's talk about his dumbass schedule. I heard that he recently wrestled on the indies. So let me get this straight. Hold on, man. This makes no fucking sense. So his character feels like he's too good to wrestle on Dynamite every week. So hold on. You are supposed to be a big time star. So why are you wrestling on the indies? Go and check. This guy had a match on the indies, I think last week. So let me get this straight. Max is allowed to wrestle on the indies in front of 200 people. But by your logic, Con Man, you think he's too good to wrestle on Dynamite every fucking week, but he's wrestling on the indies. Yeah, make that make sense. I'm not seeing Roman Reigns wrestling on the goddamn indies. Why are you wrestling at small indie shows in front of small people, a small audience? Dog, how about you wrestle on Dynamite, on TV, in front of a large audience? You see, this is why dirty ass Dominic Guerrero has surpassed MJF. This guy is wrestling AJ Boom on the indies. Yes, Maxwell is wrestling AJ Boom on the indies. But I thought Max was a big time star. I'm not seeing Seth Freaky Rollins wrestling on the indies in 2024. I'm not seeing Austin Theory wrestling on the indies in 2024. I'm just saying. I think Max has had the quickest downfall from grace of all time. he fell off within 1 year. Now, last but not least, he has turned Jamie Hayter into a mid-carder. What happened to Jamie Hayter? She was supposed to be the face of the women's division, but now she is a fucking afterthought on this roster. Nobody cares about Jamie Hayter in this company. Con Man has turned Jamie Hayter into an afterthought. I wonder why. I blame CM Junk because I heard that Jamie Hayter was a fan of CM Junk. So the fact that sexy ass Jamie Hayter was a fan of CM Junk, I think that hurts her push in this company. I believe that if you were pro CM Junk, you will not get a push in this company out of spite. And also, Con Man has booked the tag team division like shit since 2019. Let me repeat. Con Man has booked the tag team division like shit since 2019. Zero has changed with his booking. What part of that don't you understand? Tony Khan Man is very similar to Vince McMahon in terms of he don't care about tag team fake pro wrestling, just like Vince McMahon. But it took you 5 years to realize that. That's called Vince McMahon hatred derangement syndrome. You knew Con Man was booking like shit, but you did not have the balls to call him out on it. And now you look dumb years later trying to hate on Con Man. No, fuck you. No, man, you fake. You did not have that same energy back in 2019, but now you have now? No, man, fuck you. You knew Con Man was a shit booker.